versus metal parts, a comprehensive comparison of cost, strength and weight. In the world of manufacturing, which material truly comes out on top? Take a moment and look around you. Every single product you interact with, from the device you're watching this on, to the car you drive, and even the life-saving medical equipment in hospitals, is a testament to a fundamental design decision. A choice was made between two foundational material families, plastics and metals. For decades, metal was the undisputed champion of strength and premium feel, but a quiet revolution has been reshaping modern engineering. Advanced polymers are now replacing metal components in applications that were once unimaginable. This massive industry shift forces us to ask some critical questions. Why are manufacturers increasingly choosing plastic over metal? Can a plastic part truly match the durability and performance of its metal counterpart? And when you factor in tooling, production volume, and life cycle, which material is actually more cost-effective in the long run? In this video, we'll dissect these questions and provide a definitive guide. In this video, we'll do a clear engineering level comparison of plastic versus metal parts covering cost, strength, weight, manufacturing, real-world applications. By the end, you'll know exactly which material is better and when. Section 1. Basic difference. Let's start simple. Metal parts are usually made from steel, aluminum, cast iron, brass. They are shaped using machining, casting, forging. Welding plastic parts are made from polymers like ABS, polypropylene, nylon, polycarbonate, and formed using injection molding, blow molding, extrusion. Key difference: metal, bond strength plus rigidity, plastic or lightweight plus design freedom. So, section 2, cost comparison. When choosing between plastic and metal, cost is often the deciding factor, but the answer isn't always straightforward. The true cost goes far beyond the price per kilogram. Let's break down the complete financial picture from raw materials to the final assembled product. Material cost. On the surface, the comparison seems simple. Plastic raw material is almost always cheaper per kilogram than metal. For example, common engineering plastics like ABS or polypropylene can be 2 to 3 times less expensive than aluminum. However, this initial material cost is just the first chapter in a much larger financial story. The real cost differences emerge when we look at how these materials are transformed into finished parts. Manufacturing cost. This is where the economics diverge dramatically. Metal parts often require subtractive manufacturing like CNC machining. This process involves long cycle times as the machine meticulously carves away material. It also leads to significant tool wear and requires the expertise of skilled labor to program and operate the machinery, all of which adds to the per part cost. Plastic parts, on the other hand, are typically made using injection molding. This method has a high initial investment for creating the steel mold, but once that tool is made, the per part cost plummets. A single mold can produce millions of parts with cycle times of just a few seconds. After the initial mold investment is amortized, plastic wins big in large volumes. The higher the production quantity, the more economical plastic becomes. Assembly cost. The savings continue into assembly. Plastic part design allows for the integration of clever features like snap fits, clips, and living hinges directly into the mold. This drastically reduces the need for extra hardware and labor. Metal assemblies, by contrast, usually rely on secondary operations. This means more components to manage, like screws, bolts, and rivets, and more labor-intensive processes like welding or fastening, adding time and cost to every single unit. Final cost verdict. The choice is volume dependent. For low volume prototypes or small production runs where you can't justify a high tooling cost, metal can be cheaper. But for mass production, where tooling costs are spread over hundreds of thousands or millions of units, plastic is almost always far more economical. Section 3. Strength comparison. Now let's tackle the most misunderstood topic, strength. It's not a single number on a datasheet. Strength is a collection of properties, how a material behaves under tension, compression, impact, and repeated stress. When people say metal is stronger, they're often only thinking of one metric, like tensile strength, but that's just a fraction of the story. Metals, particularly steel, are champions of stiffness and tensile strength. Their high modulus of elasticity means they resist bending and deformation under enormous loads. This rigidity is why they are the default choice for structural frames engine components, and applications where maintaining precise shape under stress is critical. They also exhibit high fatigue strength, enduring millions of stress cycles without failure. But this is where the perception of plastic as weak is wrong. It's just different. Engineering plastics are designed for toughness and resilience. Their secret weapon is an incredible ability to absorb impact energy. Instead of rigidly resisting a force and then permanently deforming or fracturing like metal, a plastic part can flex, dissipate the energy, and return to its original shape. This is why polycarbonate is used for safety glasses and machine guards. Furthermore, modern composites like glass-filled nylons or PEEK can offer strength and stiffness that rivals aluminum, but at a fraction of the weight. This exceptional strength-to-weight ratio is a game-changer, allowing for lighter, more efficient designs without compromising on mechanical performance. Strength verdict: heavy load and extreme stress, metal impact, vibration and fatigue, plastic often performs better. Section 4. Weight comparison. This is where plastic clearly dominates. Plastic is 30-80% lighter than metal. Why does weight matter? In automobiles, fuel efficiency, EVs, battery range, aerospace, payload reduction, handheld devices, comfort. That's why car dashboards, interior panels, electrical housings are now mostly plastic, not metal. Weight verdict: plastic wins, no debate. Section 5. Design and flexibility. Plastic allows complex shapes in one shot. You can integrate ribs, bosses, threads, clips, logos, all in a single molded part. Metal parts often require multiple machining steps, secondary operations, assembly of multiple components. Plastic reduces part count, assembly time, and failure points. Section 6. Corrosion and durability. Metal problems: rust, corrosion, oxidation, chemical attack. Plastic advantages: corrosion resistant, chemical resistant, no rust, excellent electrical insulation. That's why plastics dominate electrical components, plumbing, medical devices, outdoor products. In harsh environments, plastic lasts longer with less maintenance. Section 7. Real-world applications. Plastic is best for consumer electronics, automotive interiors, medical disposables, electrical housings, mass-produced components. Metal is best for structural parts, high-temperature zones, heavy machinery, extreme load conditions. The smartest manufacturers don't choose one, they choose wisely. So, plastic versus metal, which is better? There is no single winner. Plastic wins in cost, weight, design freedom, corrosion resistance, mass production. Metal wins in extreme strength, high temperature, structural load. The future of manufacturing is not plastic or metal, it's choosing the right material for the right job. Now you know about plastic versus metal. Welcome back to UG Mold Tech. If you found this comparison useful, like the video, subscribe for more manufacturing and plastics content. Comment: plastic or metal? What do you use most? See you in the next video.